Hi, this is Jamie Shanks, and this is Social Selling Success Stories. And I have a great sales professional in front of me. I have Keith Gill from Copper State Communications. Keith, I really appreciate the time you've taken to be able to do this video. Want to say hi?
Hey, how you doing?
Fantastic. And I want everybody in the audience to understand that you probably saw a blog from us about a week or two ago, and it was on a sales professional that by making very basic but important changes to his LinkedIn profile actually became a keyword search phenomenon in the state of Arizona under telecom and VoIP and what have you. So I wanted to have Keith on the call to talk about why he got involved in social selling and the whole bit. So first question to you, Keith.
Sure.
What is your thoughts? What does social selling mean to you? Why did you get involved with it?
Well, I've been using LinkedIn for a while, but I was always using it in the wrong way. I was using the typical way probably 90% of people use it, just like a digital resume for the most part. Until I started doing a little stuff before I got involved with your social selling training, trying to reach out, trying to make it more of a buyer-centric type of profile. But it wasn't until I started taking your training that I really made the connection that, all right, I really had to tailor it and make it from the buyer's position, buyer's point of view. What do they want? What are they looking for? What's the message? What's the communication? The reason why I decided to really dive in full force is because I know that the new model is that 70% of customers out there, before they even get to a salesperson to buy anything, they've already done their research. It's not until they buy from the salesperson itself that they're ready to buy. So my thought is to try to get ahead of that curve and try to be at top of mind as much as possible. And just the explosion of LinkedIn and the amount of people on there, if I can have my face out there and act as a consultant and giving them engaging content as much as possible, that when they think of something, hey, I need internet. Oh, this guy, the Keith guy, he's the one that is always saying this great stuff about that. I see him all over LinkedIn, and that's my main reason why I've been doing what I'm doing. And with your guidance, like you stated, I just made a few tweaks on my profile and around certain keywords on my profile that I wanted to target because I wanted to be searchable for that. And my first thinking was I wanted to be searchable within LinkedIn. Never thought for a second that it would actually rank in Google. So my profile actually shows up on Google, first page of Google, for Arizona Telecom, Arizona Hosted VoIP, Arizona Cloud Computing, Arizona VoIP, above the fold and above the results of some like big companies like CenturyLink and TW Telecom and all these companies. I'm beating them in the search engines, and it's all pointing back to LinkedIn profile. So it just blew my mind.
And that's absolutely fantastic. And so you talked about being buyer-centric. Now, did you find that it felt a bit like a culture shock or shift? When we all got on LinkedIn, we got on there for one reason, to get a new job. And I remember that's how I got in 2008, whatever date it was. So when I was telling you that this is the way that people are leveraging LinkedIn, tell me your first reaction. But obviously you've seen the empirical evidence later, but tell me what it first felt like when you realized, oh my God, I need to change this thing around.
It was a little bit of an adjustment because I didn't really think of LinkedIn a whole lot as trying to get business. It was just another path to me if they wanted to research me personally as an individual or to get a job, a resume. But it wasn't until you kind of put the spin on it, I was like, hey, you can actually drive business to you through LinkedIn. The amount of users that are on there and are on there every day, and the engagement that is on LinkedIn now just made the light bulb go on. I was like, you know what? This is another way to get my message and get my value proposition in front of these people on a consistent basis. It's just another way to get in front of the person and be top of mind, so they remember me, remember my name, remember my face, remember the advice that I give. So it was a little bit of adjustment, but it was a quick adjustment for me because I saw the benefit of it and that it just made sense, because people are there. You go where the eyeballs are. So that's my take on it. If the eyeballs are on LinkedIn, that's a way to at least try to leverage that to your favor.
So that's fantastic. And I guess the last question I have for you, Keith, is words of wisdom. There are millions of sales professionals around the world that are thinking about dabbling in it, or they've just been so accustomed to pounding the phone. What would be your words of wisdom of somebody who has gone through this evolution? What would you say to them to say, why do you need to focus in on this? And how do you take a next step? I mean, above and beyond, forget even us and training and the whole bit, but like, just what can you do to help yourself?
Well, just the biggest thing you just got to remember is that the world is changing, and people spend more time on the internet and LinkedIn and social sites than they do, on the phone these days. So, and people don't want to be bothered by, just sales calls as far as, cold calls. I mean, sure, you can still have results with that, but you want to engage with your customer. You want to engage with the people out there and actually offer them something of value so they remember you. Instead of just trying to make a cold call and hawk a product their way, or try to say, hey, I got something valuable to share with you on a phone call. They're like, yeah, click. But if you're on there and people are proactively viewing your content that you post on there, and you make an impression, they remember you. So it kind of softens the lead and warms the market a little bit, warms your leads for you, so you can call those people, and they'll probably actually take your call. I have more people requesting me to connect with me on LinkedIn now than I ever have. I get at least 4 or 5 requests a day of people, I don't even know who they are. They're just seeing my content and asking requests, or I see them viewing my profile based on the content and everything. So it's definitely working for me. I just say that the world is changing. Leverage the technology that's out there now, and just understand that before they even talk to a salesperson, 70% of people already have researched your product or whatever it is. So it's not about the product. It's about how you engage with the customer to actually give them the product as a solution to what they need.
Words of wisdom, everybody. Actually, somebody who understands the concept of give, and eventually the get will come back to you. So, Keith, I greatly appreciate your time. I'm looking forward to continuing to talk to you around social selling and social selling training. But you have a great day, Keith. Thank you very much.
You too. Thanks, Jamie.
Thanks.